Hi, Biffs.
Hey, Beth.
Dear Abby.
Dear Kiki.
Captain.
Red flag. Desperate housewife.
Pinot Grigio.
Doesn't want to marry
Loser
you.
power.
Love you like I
Pour
love
more
you.
wine.
Drinking. Don't talk to yourself.
Cheers, Biff. Cheers.
Ill-advised.
Ill-advised. This is Ill-advised.
Hi, Biffs.
Hello.
Hello and welcome.
Oh, welcome to Ill-advised.
The podcast where two best friends tell you what to do when someone else already has.
Like Jimmy Fallon.
And not Will Ferrell.
I love Will Ferrell.
Do you?
I do.
I mean, he's all right.
I love him.
He's not my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, he is funny. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like, you know what? I'm just going to keep my opinions to myself.
Safe bet. Safe bet.
I like to be controversial, but when it counts.
Ooh.
This doesn't matter.
Very true.
You know?
Yeah.
How you doing, Beth?
I don't know. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's been a.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's been a.
That's nice.
Same?
I think the last episode or 2 episodes ago, I said the hardest same you've ever hearted. And this is even harder.
This is even harder.
Harderer.
Oof.
Like that NBA commercial. Have you seen it? I can't even articulate it. Forget it. It's just harderer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, forget it.
I don't think I got that one.
I'll just edit that out.
Or don't.
Or don't. If you know what NBA commercial I'm talking about. Yeah, it's just harderer. I'm exhausted.
Yes.
I'm so exhausted.
Hardest same.
And just fuck it.
Fuck it.
Just fuck it.
You, where's your glass of wine, Beth?
Oh, I'm going to pick it up after I read this bottle.
Oh.
Do you want me to read it now?
How are you going to do that?
It's right here next to me.
You can reach without.
Hi.
Hi.
6'3". My arms are proportionate. I'm like a gorilla. I can hit the floor.
Yeah, one arm is not 6'3".
I said my arms are proportionate to
I
my
know.
stature.
Right. Not 6'3".
They're not 6. No, my arm is not 6'3".
Right.
Right. That would be a false claim. I am not a giant.
You look so...
Stop it.
Oh
my
my
arms
God,
would start at my
Slender
ear. Ew.
You are Slender Man.
I'm Slender Man. You're an asshole.
Fluff it.
I'm going to drink. Because you're an
Fine.
asshole. Oh, there's a little bit left in the bottle.
Because it won't fit in these damn
No
mugs.
shit. There's a lot in this bottle.
Clearly.
Cote Mas. That I can't. Cote. Oh, hey, Cote Mas. 2022 Rosé Aurora from Sud de France.
Oh.
Or the south of France, I believe.
Mm.
I'm just talking out of my ass now. It is 50% Grenache Noir, 30% Saint-Saul. I have no fucking clue what this wine is. I've never heard of it in my life. Cinsault, Cinsault, and 20% Syrah. That one we know. Cote Mas is an invitation to experience our rural luxury.
Oh.
The Domaine Paul Mas lifestyle signature. Oh, that's the rest of that sentence.
Ah.
Yeah, that's what the rural luxury is. Sharing our landscape, climate, warm welcome, and our products from the terroir together with a glass of wine will bring you true emotions. This blend shows nice love colors. Thanks. It's made with traditional Mediterranean varieties.
I do like the color.
Grenache Noir, Citron, and
Rose
Syrah.
gold. Rosé gold.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It is.
Drink responsibly. I guess I'll just drink the rest of this bottle.
That's the responsible thing to do.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't think I got an accurate representation with this little drop that I just drank.
I think I like it.
You think?
Yeah.
You'll find out after 2 more sips?
Yep.
All right, let me just find mine here by feel. Okay, number 2.
Good job, Slender Man.
Thank you very much.
Number 2. What were you going to call me?
I don't know. I was trying to come up with something. And then I said slender puckerer in my head.
Are you real friends if you haven't puckered together?
What does it mean to pucker with your best friend? That would be going on Google and researching cockroaches and both having the creepy crawlies.
Making your butt pucker.
And me saying I puckered by association.
Let's drink.
Yeah. I think I love.
Yeah, I love it.
We've been doing very well with the wines lately.
You know, what's funny is just from looking at the bottle, I'm not sure I personally would have been like tempted to select it?
So I picked it because of the bottle, obviously.
Because you liked it, or
'Cause I
did
thought-
you?
I've never had this, so the bottle was cute. I was like, it's different. It's not something we usually get, but usually we get like a more
Cute,
sophisticated
fancy, exactly.
looking. And I was like, no, I want to pick something that we wouldn't pick.
It's funny because
And it's cute.
based off of just the bottle alone, my first thought was like, I'm not sure I'm gonna love this one, but I love it.
Yeah, I do love it. I love how colorful that label is.
It is.
It's like, it definitely gives you like summertime vineyard vibes.
Yeah, I don't know what it gives me. I don't want to be disrespectful because I like the wine, so it doesn't matter what it looks like.
Stephanie would just not have bought in this one unless she tried it beforehand.
I love Will Ferrell.
I love Jimmy Fallon. Number 3. Can you pick out any flavors? Because I can't. It almost tastes like an unripe fruit, but I don't know which one. Like right when it's about to change, so it's not so sour anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a nectarine right before you pick it.
I've never tried a...
Me either. I'm just going by off of what I think.
I know, because the bottle didn't even give you...
Not even like no tasting notes.
Yeah. Just said something about love colors.
I guess if we knew what a Grenache Noir was or a Cinsault.
True.
You know what I mean?
Isn't ganache chocolate?
No, that's
chocolate ganache.
Ganache.
What did you say?
Grenache.
Uh,
I don't know if that's spelled.
Grenache.
It's spelled Grenache. That means there's an E at the end.
Grenache.
Grenache. Yo, girl, you're Grenache. I don't know. I don't know what a Cinsault is. I've never heard of it in my life. But a Syrah, we've had a million of those, and I still can't pick that out here.
I wouldn't know.
I mean, it's nice and dry, so
We love it.
we love it.
I say a 4.5.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you giving it a negative 0.5 because of the bottle?
No, just because I don't know what it tastes like. It just tastes good.
It tastes great. Yeah. You have questions this week.
I have questions. No, I know.
Okay. All right. Noted.
Hate them.
But
So I'm with you.
But there's no harm in playing with ChatGPT, which has been on the news. It's been,
really?
Yeah, it's like you just type in whatever you want, and any of the world's information that's already uploaded into the system, it'll use it to create something in an instant.
That's wicked funny because my school just updated a policy and included using
Artificial intelligence
the AI
for plagiarism.
Yeah.
Okay. I used ChatGPT to help me update my resume.
Did it work?
It did.
I thought AI like kind of fucks shit up.
No, it worked. So this one's like just, smart.
Let's see.
Let's see. So I typed in, some twisted scenarios that you would send to the Biffs advice column.
Yes.
And these are very far-fetched. I did skim some of them. Are you ready to shit your pants?
I think so.
Nothing in this episode constitutes real advice.
Except for what we give, right? Are we responding like as if it's a real question?
We're going to respond
Or
as
are
if
we
it's a real
just,
question,
like,
and then we'll check
bullshitting?
what ChatGPT has to say.
I'm excited.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Dear Biffs, my pet parrot learned my deepest secrets and started sharing them with the world.
That's so perfect.
How can I keep my secrets safe? The shitty part about it is that this could happen.
I was going to say, I wish this was a real question.
Slept with Marcus.
Philip?
Marcus? Marcus? Marcus?
Right.
Don't tell Karen. Don't tell Karen. Polly want a condom? So Beth, how do I keep my secrets safe?
This is actually hysterical because if you think about like a real life situation, there's nothing you can do except for get rid of your parrot.
Right. Put your parrot in the Amazon and hope it doesn't tell any of the native tribes. Like, what?
What would I really give for advice?
I want to know where the parrot is being taken for there to be a concern. Unless it's like friends coming over.
Yeah, that's my assumption. That like she's being a sneaky Pete on the weekends.
Sneaky Pete.
And Polly Parrot is like, backdoor?
You mean to escape or?
No. Backdoor fun?
Delivery and back.
And the bird starts like moaning and like having an O.
I'm thinking about the parrot that my cousins had growing up, because this parrot was like 6 a.m. hit and was calling them by name. And I actually think they still have her because they live to be 1 trillion.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like 100 years old or something.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But it used to hiss at us or like, I don't know. It was very weird.
Like a cat?
Yeah.
That's wicked.
And the only person that could touch her was my cousin Lou. Yeah. Fucking weird shit.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So what's your advice here?
I think I would just start playing a bunch of like Kevin Gates songs around it so that it learns those lyrics.
Okay.
And then whatever it's saying, my business, it's just going to be convoluted with the Kevin Gates lyrics. You like that word, Biff?
I do.
You just taught me it.
Well, you're welcome for my convoluted definition.
So that's my advice.
Okay.
Start playing some raunchy music around it.
That's actually pretty great because my first thought was like, there are Walmarts everywhere. And there's a BB gun on a shelf.
Bam!
What? It's a fictional
you
parrot.
had to like put it in the basement or attic while your people that you don't want it to know your business come over.
Have you had a parrot? Those motherfuckers are so loud. It doesn't matter where you put them. Let's ask ChatGPT for a response.
Yeah, because hopefully it doesn't say to get a BB gun.
So I wrote respond from a psychological perspective.
Oh, I'm excited.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
From a psychological perspective, it's important to recognize that pets, including parrots, do not possess the cognitive ability to understand human secrets or consciously share them. This situation may be a result of coincidental or unintended behaviors by the parrot rather than intentional sharing. To keep your secrets safe, it's essential to reflect on your own actions and communication patterns around the parrot. Ensure you are not inadvertently reinforcing or encouraging any particular behavior. Consider training techniques to discourage the parrot from mimicking sensitive information. Good job, Biff. Additionally, be mindful of who you share personal information with and maintain boundaries in your conversations. If you have concerns about privacy, I know, Brian. It may be helpful to seek support from a therapist or counselor to address any underlying anxieties or fears. Remember, the parrot's actions are not driven by malicious intent, but rather by its nature to mimic sounds it hears. That
sounded like
literal advice column.
Landers or someone.
Yeah.
It's wicked funny.
That's hilarious shit.
Except for an advice columnist would need to reiterate that the parrot is not intentionally trying to sabotage you.
Like, you don't, I don't want to fuck your life up. Yes, please.
This one's a little bit lighter.
I like
no pun intended.
Oh, fuck.
That was
you
absolutely not.
You fat-shaming columnists.
This is from December 21. It's ruining my life. I divorced my husband after his affair. Decades later, the other woman is back.
What? What? Oh, I have too many questions already, so why don't you just start talking?
I divorced my husband after his affair eroded our 22-year marriage, 3 children. We then had new spouses for another 20 years. Holy shit.
Wait.
How old are these people?
So,
what?
At least 60. So they were married for 20 years.
22 years.
22 years. They had 3 kids.
Yep.
And is that when they cheated?
We don't know yet.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if I missed that part.
Oh, I divorced my husband after his affair eroded our 22-year marriage.
Okay.
We then had new spouses for another 20 years. He has now left his wife and is with the woman he was involved with during our marriage.
That answers my question.
And then it says in parentheses, her husband died. My children were initially aboard. Aboard?
Aboard?
Abhorred. What's the pronunciation?
Regard with disgust and hatred.
Abhor.
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 Abhor. So abhorred.
Abhor. Why does your person sound like that?
I don't know. I didn't say sext me.
Abhor.
Abhor. My children were initially abhorred by this union once I told them who she was and the pain the affair caused to me. She frequented our house whilst the affair was going on, but my children are slowly accepting her. I know I can't make them feel the way I do, but this feels like the ultimate betrayal to me. This woman is by stealth moving in on my family once again, and they are accepting her. Please help me not to feel this way about their father and my adult children. It is ruining my life.
So the kids are warming up to the mistress slash girlfriend.
Yeah.
This is so weird.
I feel for this mom, but I also want to punch her.
Keep going. Why do
She
you want to punch
wants her children to hate this lady.
Okay.
And she's like projecting that onto them.
Yep.
She told them who the woman was and how she ruined
Which
her
is okay.
life and ruined their marriage. And
which is, I think that's, I mean, I wouldn't say that to a younger child, but to my adult children, dad's with whatever. If they see me react, I'm going to kind of have to tell them.
You're not going to full blown be like, oh, that's his mistress. She's the reason why we divorced.
I actually think I'd get caught off guard. She's the reason
why I am miserable and hate my life now.
Yeah. No, I don't think I would go that far. I don't think anything.
No, that's why I said I feel for her, because I too would feel how she feels. I just wouldn't act on that.
Oh, you see, but that's where I'm going with it.
my husband and that girl. I'd kill him, but I ain't gonna tell my children.
Where I'm going with it is I wouldn't be conscious of my reaction because I would feel blindsided.
On
dad's dating this woman named blah blah blah, and I'd be like, my head would whip around, and I'd be like, that whore,
that dirty bitch who ruined our family,
home wrecker, that gold digging piece of Jan Brady trash.
Who's Jan Brady?
The middle child.
Why is Jan Brady trash?
Because it came out of my face.
Hey, I like it.
Thank you.
Let's go with it.
Yeah. But I don't think I would be. I think it's something I would have to apologize for, just to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that further confirms what I was saying.
Yes.
That you wouldn't be like, oh, you want to know who this bitch is?
Right.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, I think I would just react blindly, like not paying attention to myself, just instant anger.
As a human, yeah.
Interesting. So I'm sorry. What was her question again? Were you going to ask the same question?
Yeah. This woman is by stealth moving in on my family once again, and they're accepting her. Please help me not to feel this way about their father and my adult children. It is ruining my life.
Help you not feel this way.
She's upset that her children are accepting this lady, and she's upset that her husband is back with her.
I almost want to say, first, be okay with feelings toward your ex-husband in a way.
Yeah.
Is that okay is that fair to say?
I mean, it's supernatural that she feels the way she feels.
Yeah. Be okay with sit in that. Be okay with feeling that way.
You obviously have, and even 40 years later.
You're not totally beyond it.
Definitely not.
But I think also if you were also totally beyond it, that you would still be okay I mean, you're always okay reacting. Let me rephrase. I think that 40 years later, you'd still be entitled to feelings of love, right? So I'm a little bit stumped, Biff. I'm not going to lie. How do you stop yourself from feeling this way?
Even decades later.
I think asking this question is a really good first step.
You mean the fact that she can
acknowledge.
She's aware that
Yeah.
I don't fucking want this to be consuming me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be angry at my kids for accepting this lady who ruined my life and my marriage and my family.
Yeah. And this woman moving in by stealth implies that you think she's doing it on purpose. Like, you guys aren't together anymore. She's not doing this to hurt you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That
part matters to me too a little bit. She's not doing this to hurt you.
She doesn't matter to me in this situation.
No?
No.
Okay.
Not to me.
Okay.
Not to me.
Oh, no, but I think I see that.
Yeah.
I was coming at it like psychologically from like, you know, maybe it'll lessen the blow a little bit if you don't think that she's doing this out of spite to you. But I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, personally.
That's a really good perspective. I'm actually feeling a little ashamed that I didn't come to that.
Don't ever feel ashamed.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, that's it almost feels like that's just like a really, she's irrelevant.
Yeah.
But like, fuck that bitch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't give a fuck about her. That's not my issue.
Yeah.
It's not going to make me feel better if I'm like, oh, well, she's not intentionally, you know.
Right. Well, regardless
like,
about how you and I would react, the message that we push is like, if your significant other cheats, it's on them, not the other person. But we know what we would do.
Kill them both.
They'd both be dead. Exactly.
I'm killing my baby daddy and his new.
Cheers.
That's it. However, how do we explain that one to the kids?
Yeah, no.
At least they're adult children now.
It was Romeo and Juliet.
Send mommy Bond. There isn't really.
How do you just move past that?
I feel triggered and I didn't even experience
I don't know how to answer this.
Like, I'm triggered for her.
Yeah. I almost wish my baby mama cheated on me so I could answer this question.
Mine definitely probably did, and I still don't know. How do you get past it?
This is an interesting question, and I don't think we've ever been here.
This long later, that's what's kind of stumping me.
Not to steal your line, but I also feel like the timing is irrelevant. I think she's just being triggered by this person.
Absolutely.
And like, how do you be like, it sounds like she realizes that she's like, her reaction is like, not that it's not valid, but it's not.
She doesn't want to feel that. She doesn't want to be bothered by it anymore.
She doesn't want to be bothered by it anymore, but she also realizes that like, it's time for her to like, I guess like, doesn't want to be triggered by it, but like, it's time to move on. Like, this isn't the affair anymore.
Right.
Like, being with this person now. And if her kids like her, should be okay because it's different. That was a question. This is hard.
I feel like that's got to be the trigger.
We don't get stumped like this. What's
so
got to be the trigger?
The children, it's starting to accept her.
Okay.
I think that's the fucking nail in the coffin for me.
You think so?
It's gotta be.
Well, do you think that she would have said something to them about this woman if she wasn't triggered?
No. Not unless the kids were like...
Well, because at first they were abhorred. They were not okay with her at first.
Because, mommy was
because mom said something.
Bitch.
That's why I'm asking. Do you think she would be...
I'm following now.
Yeah. Thank you. I just put the breadcrumbs out for you.
Yeah, no, I still... Because I think if it was me, I could be like, oh, wow, that's funny. That's your dad's new girlfriend. Because that's why we're divorced. You know what I mean? Me mentioning like, wow, your dad had an affair with this woman or whatever. That's not going to be as a big deal to me as my children being like, oh my God, look, Cindy brought me to the mall and we got our nails done together.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Then I'm seething.
Yeah, and I guess
you know
why would you just be like, at first they like hated her, but now that they like her,
that's my trigger.
Yeah, I see that too. I think
I don't know
to work within yourself and be like, my kids want to have a relationship with their dad, and to do that they need to have a relationship with this woman, just like they had a relationship with my husband. I don't know if they're still married, because they both remarried. You said, right?
Yeah, 20 years.
Yeah. So like, kind of seeing it from that perspective, because at this point your affair is irrelevant. I feel like, or his affair is irrelevant.
Not to mom.
No. But I'm saying like to kind of like bring that back. Yes, not to mom, because obviously this is stemming from something.
That's why I think the trigger is the fact that the children are now starting to like her.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying, like, if you take a step back and be like, they're trying to have a relationship with their dad, and that means having a relationship with her also, the affair is kind of irrelevant because, well, no, I'm talking myself out of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm also thinking, like, they needed to form a relationship with her new husband. So if you think about it from that respect and kind of put the affair aside, but they can't do that. Or can they? Have they?
I think it was probably more of a mom told us who this lady was. So we're like, fuck that lady.
But she turned out to be pretty cool.
A couple months later, we're like,
or dad's happy.
We weren't the ones who were married, so we don't care.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're adults, she mentioned, but like, we're still kids. Like,
I wonder what the story would have been like if he was the one writing in after he cheated.
Writing what question?
Writing this question in. Like, after he cheated, being like, you know, it was a really good point. It's gone. It's gone. I'm sorry. Forget it. It's not worth it.
What would his question be?
It actually was a really good point. I was really surprised that I came up with it, but no.
Great.
Forget it. I'm just going to drink wine and you're going to read the response because we're both stumped. I'm stumped. Other than working through.
I have a response because I don't know how to heal from these types of betrayals still in my own life. You know what I mean? I would be this lady, even 40 years later.
Now, see,
with grown children. I don't know how to
healed from that betrayal, but my son wasn't.
Right, and that's what I think, and that's why I said, I think that's the trigger. I think that was like, yes, I'm still like, this is something I haven't healed from, but it's way back. But now that my children are like, oh my God, Cindy took us shopping. Now I'm like, huh? Yeah. Like now my ex-husband betrayed me. This woman ruined my life. And now my children like her.
Mm-hmm. Like, you'd feel double betrayed.
Now, yes. Now I'm like, either we're all about to die. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to handle that now. It was bad enough my husband betrayed me, ruined our 22-year marriage, our whole family. Now he's back with this lady. My children used to hate her, which made me feel good, made me feel valued, made me feel cared for, protected, whatever. But now my children like this fucking bitch.
Right.
Even if it's my husband's fault, she's still a fucking bitch.
Right. It's just, it's because, not even like our favorite response, like you need therapy, is enough for me. You know what I mean?
Oh, I missed a
paragraph?
Yeah.
Fucking
It's important because it's what we were discussing. I know I can't make them feel the way I do, but this feels like the ultimate betrayal to me.
So what you just said. But it actually helps a little bit to hear that, because
now my entire family just pushed me to the side. Just no fucks about me.
I think you need to kind of shift your thinking a little bit.
Yeah, but how because do you your kids,
I know. And this is going to be like how every individual deals with things,
now
right?
I'm
because it's going to be different for everyone.
I gave birth to you, right? I gave up all kinds of shit. I was your wife for 22 years. I took care of this home, presumably. These children, I raised these children. I've done all these things. And then you and my children just go off with this other lady.
Well, they didn't go off.
But that's how it feels like.
Okay. That's how the betrayal feels.
That's how that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
You guys just ruined my entire life. And now my children are cool with her. Ugh, I can't do it. I can't do it.
And to me, it's your kids didn't betray you.
I agree.
To me, it's your kids didn't betray you.
But that's not what that feels like.
I know. We can't separate the feeling from what the cold hard facts are. You know what I mean?
No, never.
We can never do that. Otherwise, we'd be okay.
We wouldn't need therapy. Right.
We could never separate that. But it's on you to kind of realize your kids didn't betray you.
But how do you do that?
They're just trying to have a relationship with their dad.
How do you separate this?
That's it. Therapy.
But I've been in therapy and I still can't do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm only saying therapy because I have no other fucking answer.
I know. That's what I'm saying. And even in therapy, I still can't do
So
that.
let's hope whomever from the Guardian, Eleanor from the Guardian, has an answer, because let me tell you, I don't think we've ever been stumped. Ever. We've always had something to say. We've always had, even if it was the wrong
still had
advice, we
something.
always had
We
something
still
to say.
kill them both.
Oh,
Your husband and his bitch.
please don't do that. This is for entertainment purposes only. Drink wine instead and listen to us, but don't do what we say. This isn't working for me. Keep going.
Or do whatever you want. Your husband did. Eleanor says, I don't know why people say time heals all wounds when often after years the same wound hurts as badly, and the only difference is other people expect it won't. The first thing I want to do here is commend you for wanting to change this. Plenty of people wouldn't, especially in the grip of fear and betrayal. Many of us turn our own reactions into concrete truths. We move from, quote, this makes me feel betrayed, to, quote, I'm being betrayed. From, I feel invaded again, to, they've set out to invade me. The fact that you don't have that speaks to your dignity as a person and your strength as a mother. Happily, it also proves that you are the kind of parent who won't easily be discarded. By wanting to be rid of this feeling, you've already shown how much you love your children and prioritize their well-being. That's the kind of selfless regard kids detect and cherish even well into their adulthood. 2 additional thoughts might help when you feel the bile rising. One is to try to separate this actual woman from what she reasonably represents. Sometimes the other woman can take on a spectral, shape-shifting quality. She's a shadow disappearing down a hallway. Her only known characteristic is that she's not you. Like the monster in the horror movie, before you actually see it, she becomes an amalgam.
What?
AMALGAM. Amalgam. She becomes an amalgam of all fears, even when they're contradictory. But just like the monster, she's less scary once known. She invariably turns out to be just some person who gets things stuck in her teeth and misses the bus like the rest of us. Though it's natural this particular woman would roil up feelings of neglect and abandonment, those feelings are bruises, not predictions. She herself is not the loss of your home life. You've already survived that. Or the end of your children's love. No chance. She's just Carol. Or Susan. Or whatever her name is.
Karen.
And she has edges and boring bits too.
And she'd like to see a manager.
If you were ever able to find a complex piece with your ex-husband about the affair, you may someday find that with her once she strikes you as a regular old person. The other thought is that when we feel scared, threats can look bigger than they are. We confuse the long shadow of a horrible possibility for the possibility itself. You talk about this woman, quote, moving in by, quote, stealth. That echo of being invaded or compared. But there's a space between her getting to know your kids and you being devalued or at risk. The kids might have dinner or holidays with her, but I promise that doesn't mean they're replacing you or that they've forgotten about your pain. They may just be guided by the same thought you are. How can I act normal for everyone else's sake? You don't have to heal from this completely to declare it's in the past. It will still hurt. But let it hurt at the size it is. Oh, I like that. A reminder of pain, not the size it wants to be, a sign of more to come. It's time you'll be able to feel what Emma Thompson said years after Kenneth Branagh's affair with Helen Bonham Carter. It's all blood under the bridge.
Bonham.
I didn't say Bonham.
Sorry. That's all I could think of.
Well, you're right, Biff.
What was I right about? Bonham?
No, about recognizing that, like, nobody's out to get you.
Yeah, I feel wrong with you saying you're right, because I feel like this is so spectral.
Well, yeah, I guess I didn't mean like right or wrong.
Yeah, I think I understand what you mean in terms of the way that the columnist answered this.
Trying to accommodate your husband's sex drive by bringing a boyfriend into the equation?
I'm making too many assumptions already, but I'm going to guess because of the rate of advice columnist writers that are female, that this is a female trying to bring in her boyfriend. A boyfriend? A third? You know what? I have too many questions. Why don't you just read it?
This was from the same page
July
of
23rd.
questions. Yes. 2023. Dear Natalie, my husband and I have very different sex drives. He could have sex every day if he could, but I'm definitely more of a once a weekish kind of guy.
Oh,
there you go. Your
okay.
question has been answered.
I'm bored now.
Recently, we got into yet another discussion about our mismatched sex drives, and he came up with an interesting idea. He thinks he should get a boyfriend. At first, I was taken aback by this suggestion, but now I'm wondering if it's a solution to our problem. We've been married for almost 25 years.
What the fuck?
What?
He's been
How
cheating
old?
this whole time. He already has a guy in mind.
He's a wonderful man, and we raised 2 beautiful children together. I love him. I don't want a divorce, and neither does he, but we've been monogamous for our entire marriage. Do you think this is a good idea, or would it open the door to more issues and more reasons for therapy? Consciously staying coupled.
So he thinks it's a good idea?
He's toying with the thought. First he said no, and now he's like thinking maybe that could kind of solve issues for us. So it's now like a soft no.
Right, a limp no.
Yeah. Like as in my dick.
Yes.
You go take care of him.
Yes. Thank you. You just literally mansplained my pun.
Do you?
To me.
To a gay man?
To the one who made the pun.
So, do you think this is a good idea? Or would it open the door to more issues and more reasons for therapy?
Honestly, you won't know unless you try. It seems like you're a little open to it, and there is a little bit of nervousness on your side. So,
rightly so.
I think, yes. Yeah, absolutely. This is really weird for me to say.
It's hard because we are very...
Right, we're monogamous.
Yes.
We're like
I'll
one and
cut a
done.
bitch.
Right.
I'm all
Cuttingedge.com.
Period.
Right. And so...
But also, this reminds me of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to throw names around here.
Please don't.
But anyways, you were present for this conversation.
Oh, then we
with
should
the
have
couple.
This couple on to talk about this eventually. I know you'd agree.
Especially because I want to bang one of them.
Oh.
And how does that work in a gay relationship? I'm just kidding.
I mean, he's flexible, but next.
Me too. I can bite my own toenails.
Hetero flexible.
I don't know what that means, but me too.
He'll play both fields.
He can play in my field all day. Anyways, we had this conversation because one partner was not open to an open relationship.
Right.
And then eventually became open to having an open relationship. And I was so fascinated.
The younger one.
Yes.
Okay, right.
I was so fascinated, and I just had all the questions. And you know me, I asked all those questions, and I still didn't get an answer that satiated me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm still fascinated by the concept that you can just, because what I took from the conversation was that it was somebody who was similar to us. Like that'd be the day that my man is going to bang someone else, whether we're in agreement about it or not. But now, sure, go ahead.
Okay.
And like it's happened and I've been fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
My brain just like
You couldn't process.
No.
Does not compute.
I continue to ask I continue to ask the same question over because I'm like, I'm not fulfilled with this answer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how?
Right.
So I still don't understand it.
Yeah.
Even though I know that from my understanding of it, having never been in like open relationships or anything like that, is that it's pretty much kind of comes down to trust and like security. Like I'm secure in who I am and in our relationship. And I trust that you're going to be communicating with me and honest with me and open with me. So I get that concept, but I still fucking doesn't answer my question. So I struggle with this one.
Yeah.
Even going from like, absolutely not. We're not bringing another man into our marriage to like, all right, fine. You know?
Right. I wonder if, and this is more like a question for the room, so to speak, than it is a question for you, but I wonder if it's different given you're a hetero woman, kind of like bringing another man or another woman, you know what I mean? Like you're very aware. So bringing another man might offend your counterpart, but bringing another woman, you're
would
like
offend my counterpart.
Well, it won't. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes, because you're like, that piece of equipment is circumstantial. But I wonder if that plays a different role in the mindset too. You know what I mean?
I don't,
because in this specific
I don't know if I'm
relationship,
following.
well, this specific relationship, there's only one option, right?
Okay. Yep.
But if you had that dynamic,
Where it
would
could
you
be
have a
man
female or a male?
woman.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But in this specific relationship, it seems to be, I don't want to make a call,
Right.
to be one option.
Right.
And so I'm wondering if that dynamic is different, A. And B, you make such a great effort to understand people where they're at. Like you literally go above and beyond. And that is one of your more admirable qualities.
Well, thank you.
I think it's a fantastic quality. The only thing that I can do to kind of liken it to this, and mind you, I'm with you. Like I don't have this same
like a witch
feeling,
a bitch would.
Even though like we all know my partner in the past has partooken in this. You know, like it's not my cup of tea or coffee or anything of the sort. But I'm wondering if it's something like, you know, if I was the one with the low sex drive, my partner was, if it was kind of like, you know, it's something that you would get used to, knowing that it was a condition of your relationship and you loved this person enough.
Yeah.
That you trusted them with all your heart and that much to, and it's not saying that if you're monogamous, you don't trust this person, you know.
Right.
But I mean, like, if you trusted them that, you know, they wouldn't stray on you emotionally.
Yeah. See, that's where I get I guess, I don't know if it'd be a stereotype, but males are less emotional. So for a lot of guys, sex is literally just sex. So I wonder if that changes things. If I'm a gay man and my husband's assuming also a gay man. Because it's easier for men to separate emotions from sex. I, as a man, would be less worried about my male partner being emotionally invested in sexual relationships versus I, as a female, have sex and I'm in love the first time, stereotypically.
Yeah, I think it's the emotional part that is the most concrete, like who you come home to at night, who you're with at the end of the day.
Right, that's what I mean. If for this specific writer, he referred to himself as he and his husband's a he, and they talked about bringing another boyfriend in. So I'm curious if that has any play at all in the situation, because it is easier for men to separate emotions from sex. Right? So like if I was a man, then I could understand that my partner, who's also a man, there's really great chances that he can have sex with people and not be emotionally invested.
Okay.
So I'm curious if that has any play at all in it.
I mean, it very well could be a factor with them and
Like
their
even
dynamic.
with the persons I was talking to before about this situation.
Right. It's very possible, you know, that person who was less open to that open relationship type of dynamic, you know, we don't really know how that devolved, but eventually it became something that they were okay with. And,
right.
you know, that works for them, etc., whatever. But there are those men that can't. I'm with you. I'm on board. I don't separate emotion from sex. You know, like even back when I was single, if I had a regular fuck buddy, I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Once I realized that they were regular, I was like, see you later.
Yeah.
Go back to your wife. And so
Beth,
what?
Don't throw yourself under the bus.
I don't have to. We did this like 50 episodes ago.
Fair.
Plus, that was so long ago. But yeah, I can't speak for anyone on that because I don't have that same separation. I am with you. I can only speculate where it's like something that if you don't have experience in it, it's something that you try. And if you don't like it, you know what I mean? But you have to be reasonable. The assumption here is that you're reasonable. If you agree to try it, then you're going to try it and not get mad at the other person. You know what I mean? You can't get mad at them for going along with something that you agreed to as a collective. Let me rephrase.
Yes, logically.
Let me rephrase. You can get mad. However, please try to temper that anger because it is something you agreed to and they can only take you for your actual verbal, like what you say to them.
Yeah, so what if we tested it? What if you and I, as a gay couple, went out to the bar?
You're the hottest dude I've ever seen. Yabos and all.
Fucking A.
Fucking A. Ben. Just drinking.
So you and I, as a gay couple, go out to the bar. You are the one who has the highest sex drive and are looking towards possibly adding an addition to our marriage. Me originally being
no, there's no addition. It's just his boyfriend, from what you said.
I thought it said a boyfriend.
I guess we took that a different way too.
He thinks he should get a boyfriend.
Right, for himself is my understanding. Yes. Okay. So not for them to play with, but for the boyfriend to
have.
Right.
A side bro.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I have a new answer to this.
So we're at the bar. You want a side bro. I'm like, I don't know. At first I'm like, no, but now I'm like, if it'll shut you the fuck up and get you the fuck off me, let's think about this.
Okay.
So we're at the bar. We're testing this theory. You see an attractive man. You go over and start flirting and start doing your thing. How do I feel?
I don't know. Tell me. How do you feel?
That's the test.
The test would be how do you feel?
Exactly.
It wouldn't be like so.
Exactly. How do I feel? How do I handle that situation? Just from you talking, let alone knowing that you two are leaving the bar and going home to fuck. If I can't handle seeing you at the bar.
Here's my argument. That's not a boyfriend.
That you're not gonna.
That's not a boyfriend.
That's even worse if it's a boyfriend.
No, if it's a boyfriend. Well, actually, I do agree with that. And that's where I said, like,
if I can't
have an
handle
answer to that.
You dating, I mean flirting, not dating. If I can't handle you flirting with somebody else at a bar, I damn sure ain't handling you being in a whole fucking relationship.
Right. So that's where I was. Let me tell you what I was thinking as a response to this.
Please do, because I'm mad at you as my boyfriend.
So if this is something you wanted to entertain as a thought, I would actually suggest not doing him getting a boyfriend, but being a little open on his side with your approval on who his partner was with, you know what I mean? This is kind of an arrangement that gay couples do as a thing. It works for some. But approving who you're going to hook up with. I wouldn't suggest a boyfriend per se because then you risk the emotional part of it, right?
I would think so.
So that's where I am with you.
Because it's the same person you're repeatedly
Right.
seeing, you're banging.
Mm-hmm. But then I would say, now, rather to your point, if we went to a bar and we were going to try this and you know, hitting on someone, then me as the quote unquote reasonable boyfriend would be like, I actually don't feel comfortable with it. Or keep going. I'll say uncle when he's your uncle. Like, you know.
Yes.
Yes.
No, but yes.
But no. So I think there are a lot of dynamics to explore within this
Also,
concept.
would we rather our husband banging one other person, or would we rather our husband banging multiple other people?
Well, we can't talk about that. We don't even rather our husband bang anyone else other than us. So we can't answer that.
You're going to have one side buddy who you risk catching feelings for,
Mm-hmm.
or you just have multiple, just new one every other night. Like,
what's the risk there?
No emotions, but
Mm-hmm.
700.
Sorry, that wasn't even funny. I just had to say it.
Or just a constant shuffle of different people. Are we okay with any of this? Are we okay with all of this? Are we okay with one and not the other? Would we prefer one
a regular
boyfriend, right? That it's like, okay, well, it's been a year. You guys are definitely in love.
Right. We're not watching a movie.
Like,
get the fuck out when you're done. We can't speak to this from our perspective at all, because you and I will literally sit in a corner and judge everyone.
No, I'm killing them all. I'm not judging any of them. I'm killing them.
No, we're not in the relationship. We're spectators. No.
Let's see. Natalie's amazing, so let's see what she says. Dear consciously staying coupled, I guess the question isn't so much whether or not this is a good idea.
Waiting. Consciously staying coupled. I didn't even think of that as the sign off.
What does that change for you?
To me, it doesn't signal emotional investment. That's their sign off, right?
Consciously staying
Natalie
coupled.
didn't just come up with that.
Do you think this is a good idea, or would it open the door to more issues and more reasons for therapy? Consciously staying coupled.
That doesn't signal emotional investment to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Because to me, that screams like we're really working on this. We're consciously working on this relationship.
To me, it says I'm consciously trying to be in this relationship. Like I'm forcing myself. It's not natural.
You're conscious of it.
Yeah,
that means
I'm not natural.
I'm aware that there's issues, but I'm super working on them. Versus like, I'm just autopilot.
So I didn't think of it from the issues part of it. I thought about it from the emotion versus no emotion. Like I'm conscious that I don't have the feelings, and I'm trying to do you know what I'm trying to say? I can't really articulate but it's just like you're not on autopilot. You're literally you're forcing it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. But I get your point, and your point's really good too. So you may continue.
Okay.
Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know, the first sentence.
Okay. I guess the question isn't so much whether or not this is a good idea, but whether or not you feel as though this is the solution. What happens if the boyfriend wants more than sex? What happens if your husband forms a deep emotional bond with this other person? Are you ready for those kinds of conversations? I am not against the idea of an open marriage, but significant boundaries have to be put into place, along with conversations surrounding sexual safety and mutual respect. Your husband also needs to be very transparent with whomever he decides to engage with, so that they understand the casual nature of this relationship and Do not expect things to progress emotionally or otherwise unless you're really ready to change the nature of your relationship. Both of you should have the opportunity to share at any point if you aren't comfortable with this new relationship and pull the plug on it. If you are already going to therapy as a couple, I suggest you continue as new feelings and challenges may arise. I do applaud you for being willing to try and give him what he needs, but don't lose yourself in this situation either. You are his husband and should be treated as the number one priority on his list.
Fuck, Natalie.
She's perfect.
That's wonderful.
She's perfect.
Wow.
I wish she was like my aunt that I could go to for anything. She's going to give me this advice.
Auntie Nat.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you. The perspective that like you need to have those boundaries and all that, that's what I was talking about earlier. And I mean, if I were in an open relationship, my boundaries would be that I'm not in an open relationship.
Right.
Right.
I'll kill you both.
Right. There's that cuttingedge.com again. That's 3 times tonight.
Hairdresser.
Sure. Are you a cat stylist? Send us your questions, comments, all your concerns, and any of your spare eye patches to illadvisedthepodcast@gmail.com. Or catch up on all of our episodes, which offer real advice with real world situations at illadvisedthepodcast.com.
Or on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at illadvisedthepodcast.
You're beautiful. You're wonderful. Polly watched you get your cracker stuffed.
Can you just finish?
And thank you for listening. Ill-Advised is hosted and produced by Stefani and Ray.
AKA your Biffs.
Send us your questions, your comments, all of your concerns
And your drink recommendations
to illadvisedthepodcast@gmail.com. You can catch up on all of our episodes and our show notes at illadvisedthepodcast.com.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at illadvisedthepodcast. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe
On Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you listen.
You've been ill-advised.